Crimes of Passion, Book 2, Chapter 4. Objection! In the midst of Tristan's murder trial, lawyer Najazor calls a witness a royal guard to the stand. A pit forms in your stomach and Tristan's shoulders slump. It's okay. The guard holds his hand over a cold golden snake poised as if to strike as Naga swears him in or swear to uphold the stark truth in service of the crown and its legacy. If I tell a lie, may my blood be spilled upon the prior justice. And a little intense. And more showbody. Dmitry Amakov, you were the officer responsible for interrogating Princess Tristan after Juliana's body was recovered, were you not? I was. She made her confession to me directly. Princess Tristan told me that she believed she was responsible for her death. She maintained that if it was an accident, yes, but you didn't believe her? He glanced at Tristan's lawyer, stunned he's not leaping to his client's defense. Tristan did discourage, not until Tristan spontaneously decides to appoint us as their lawyers. I wish. Is that an option? Because I'm halfway to volunteering. Like I said, I wish that was an option. We do a hell of a lot better than the current council, even without law degrees. Princess Tristan's behavior that night was odd. She didn't strike me as someone who had just lost someone they loved. Nadia nods gravely, impeded by Tristan's word. Tristan meets your eyes, flip, sparkling in their depths. Oh yeah, she's pissed. And rightfully so. Thank you. I would like to play that confession to the court now. The courtroom waits in crackling silence as Nadia cues up an audio file. Tristan's words from 8 years ago fill the room. Nothing about this is confidence. Well, convenient for me, you ask. My fiance is dead. Nothing about this is convenient for me, you ask. My fiance is dead, and you clearly think I'm responsible. You did drag her away from the fashion show for a boat ride during a storm without your crew, yes? I've sailed in storms before, but I concede I may not have followed the typical safety protocol. Why not? What do you think? We were below deck. And is that the reason the Countess is dead? Lack of adherence to safety protocol? I suppose it could be. Your heart pounds as the recording ends. You never heard Tristan sound so chipped and callous. So why on the day they found her body did she sound like she didn't? You look at Tristan, she meets your eyes, brow furrowing in a way meant just for you. I believe I have made my case, Your Honor, Your Majesty. Thank you, Miss Sword. This court will take a recess before we hear Princess Tristan's defense. We will resume in 1 hour. That could give us just enough time. To what? To prove that to the court that we have no fight against us, because we don't. If we're anything, to say our goodbyes to my doomed idiot sister. To prove Tristan is being set up, you guys didn't hear the audio dripping in and out, or dipping in and out. Someone doctored it, obviously, but nobody. The court will believe anything, son. It's our word against theirs. If you're right, the real recording will show the true Tristan. No one doctors a confession unless there's no confession. There's a library upstairs we can use. They'll grab your computer. Luke, let's grab your computer. Luke, let's grab your computer on the way up and see what we can find. Madrid shows you upstairs to the courthouse library, and Luke gets to work hacking through government firewalls. I know the fact that Julie and Tristan love each other. If you can't find anything that supports that truth, that would be great. What about her personal correspondence emails? Bass and Julie were close friends, and he has no loyalty to Tristan. If Juliana were to be candid with anyone, it'd be him. With that, Madrid leads you to it. Returning to the courtroom, Luke begins sifting through files after files on his laptop. Okay, she was right. There's a lot of correspondence here. They talk about legislation and Jagnavian a lot. Jagnavia a lot there. We may have entered this courthouse or courtship. We may have entered this courtship unwillingly, but over time, I've come to understand that your sister has hidden depths. And more importantly, she makes me laugh. Oh my god, that's so cute. I want to marry her, Bass. She's made a wonderful wife and will change Jagnavia and the world for the better. Luke. When was his email dated? Just a few weeks after the letter Naomi read in court. Then in the evidence we need to it. Then this is the evidence we need to counter it. There's no way Juliana wrote this email to Bass a few weeks after that letter. So someone else was bothering Juliana, and someone she didn't tell Sebastian, Tristan, or her counselor about that. That's schedule plausible deniability. If we can just figure out the recording, As if on cue, Luke punches the air, pulling up a video feed of Tristan's confession and its play. I don't know what happened. We went to bed together, and when I woke up, she was gone. How convenient for you. Nothing about this is convenient for me, you ass. My fiance is dead, and you clearly think I'm responsible. You did drag her away from the fashion show for a boat ride during the storm without your clue, did you not? I didn't drag her. I asked her to sneak away with me. It was supposed to be romantic. I'll concede I may have not have followed the typical safety protocol, but I did do diligence. I've sailed in storms before. I thought I could handle it. Why didn't you see the storm break and course correct? Why do you think we were below deck, where you drunkenly made love and fell asleep at the very least? That was a hugely irresponsible choice. I suppose it could be interpreted that way. That's more than edited. Someone did a solo Frankenstein job on this interview. A good one. Tell me what whoever's behind this has resources. We can't rule out the real family. They're the ones who dragged her back here, after all. Not so fast, Jacobian intelligence is shockingly lax. And security, there's a lot more here. There's a lot more here I could access if we had time. At the time, I love to figure out the real story behind the letter and who doctored this recorded in the first place. Luke hands pauses over the keys and his jaw drops. You lean in close looking at the screen. Hold on, there's another audio file from a few minutes after Tristan's confession. You reach into your pocket, pulling out a small silver recording device. This particular segment could change everything if we play it for the court. Okay. Play it. We're gonna take this back to court. The recording plays, and what you hear has your hand shaking around the recorder. You play it back once, twice. This changes everything. Barely able to believe your luck, you slide the new evidence up your sleeve with a sly grin. Boom! Let's go. We've got a princess to save. You race back to the courtroom, arriving just in time for the queen to reconvene the court. You and Marguerite stride to the balustrade separating the viewing gallery from the court. You're not permitted back here. You've clearly given up on the being taken seriously a long time ago. You can't leave now. You can't just fire me. Oh, but I can. The queen said as a part of I was involved in this investigation. Said, but I can. Princess Tristan, which is to invoke her right to royal council. I do? just months within you and my great brown knitted across the courtroom. You know that now just watching her closely. I do. Yes, Princess Madrid will lead my defense henceforth with the counsel of her choosing. Choosing lawyer opens his mouth as if to protest, but Madrid loses expressions. The expression stops him cold without another word. He grabs his briefcase and sucks up. Bye-bye. Agreed. Princess Madrid. Mount your defense. Immediately the court has can provide no further recess. The expected stare of the entire courtroom bore through you as you finally take your place beside Tristan. I assume you two have a plan? Yes. Why else would I crash your case? Don't worry, the divorcee detective agency work there married for you during the recess. Who knew there'd be such perks to honest employment? We are waiting. You slide into the center of the courtroom. You may not be a lawyer, but you have enough evidence to win here. Imagine Princess Tristan and Countess Giuseppe didn't have a troubled relationship. The county or country assumed they send them to be in love. The media isn't an indicator of how they felt about each each other out of the spotlight. Then let's speak to the people. Let's speak to the people who did see them out of the spotlight. I give you a second chance at the first impression, Sebastian. You know you both. The Russian glares at you as he takes the stand, looking like a snake ready to strike. Princess Sebastian, how would you describe your relationship with Countess Genovese or Giuseppe? We were friends, good friends. You resist a smile as you produce a printed copy of Juliana's email and hand it to him. How did you get this? You're not permitted to access my emails. Oh, but I'm a detective, your emails. So I take that as a yes. Can you summarize its content to the court? It's from Juliana. I offered to help her get out of her engagement, but she told me that she wanted to know Tristan. So this email is sent 3 weeks after the letter introduced as evidence by Ms. Stewart is authentic? Busted. Yes. No further questions, Your Majesty. It seems to me that the unaddressed letter could not have been referring to Princess Tristan. Lydia raises an eyebrow but takes the stand without protest. He stares you down and shoots. Hesitantly, did you spend much time with Princess Tristan and Countess Giuseppe as a couple? Not socially, but I was asked to provide God for them. Personally, on occasion, they were applicable. Could you elaborate? No. Why not? Thank you, Princess Lydia. No further questions. You turn to Marguerite, throwing back your shoulders as you raise your voice. I call Princess Marguerite to the stand. You cannot call your co-counsel to testify. Prison barely hires a gun as Marguerite takes a stand, brushing off Naga's protests. There's no law against it. Ask me anything, detective. Believe? Why don't you believe so much? Why do you believe so much interest in innocence? Because I know Tristan and I trust her. Very few of your siblings do. We all know Tristan's reputation, but she changed when she and Julie got serious about their relationship. They weren't just a political match, they were in love, and they were just good for each other. She would never have killed her. She confessed. Yeah, but it was fake. It's a fake confession. Oh yes, that. Imagine we have evidence that the confession played by Missouri was fabricated, framed to frame Princess Tristan. This is highly. Oh, shut up! You hold up the recorder with a devilish grin. And what's more, we know who did it. Smoking God. Naja frowns as usual, but sits back down. You hit play on the device. Everyone in the courtroom seems to lean in to hear. See, my sister never confessed to any wrongdoing. That doesn't prove. Oh, shut up. You've been beat. Wait, you missed the best part. You're free to leave, Princess Tristan. For now. Wonderful. The door closed. There's a pause. The faint sound of a dial tone. The princess just left. She might be a narcissistic idiot, but she didn't kill the countess. More likely, the poor girl fell over the side. No, don't tell the mothers that they don't want answers. They want a culprit. We just make the princess sound guilty enough for them. Fabricated, copied, and everyone else everyone gets what they want. I'll make the edits. The recording ends. The entire courtroom watches you in stunned silence. Your prison was set up for Julian's murder. Evidential support. Shall I rest my case, or are we done here? My God. Whatever the queen says next is followed by the sound of dozens of people speaking at once, but the loudest voice comes from the royal box. But who was the guard speaking to? Maybe his boss for the culprit. Authentic would totally work for you. How dare you? I would have fired him on the spot. How do you know this recording is more authentic than the other? Chisholm isn't off the hook here. Oh, yes, she is. Mizor? Yes, she is. Nadia rises to her feet, guilty, gently freeing herself from a pleading grip of one of Juliana's mothers. Your Majesty, I apologize for wasting your time. I withdraw my case. Huzzah! No. When the Juliana mothers let out a great sudden sob and runs from the courtroom, her wife follows, rushes out after her. Enough. Enough. Lydia, apprehend the traitor. His blood may very well be spilled on the pry for his treason. No, you don't understand. I was for. Save for the interrogation room. You should be familiar with the process. The gathered spectators cheer as Lydia strong arms the mind guard out of the courtroom. The queen slams her gavel just once, and the crowd hushes. It is the court's opinion that the countess' death was a terrible accident. It will be considered as such, and all official documents henceforth. This court is dismissed. Moments later, your knees nearly buckle as you find Tristan outside the courthouse. She wraps her arms around your waist, holding you tight to her chest. Tell her will you continue to astound me. I wonder for some incredible partner taking Dragnevia by storm. I would do anything for you, Tristan. I'm sure this won't be the last headache you cause me, but I'll follow you anywhere. Do anything if it means we can be together. Just our eyes take on a faint sheen as the world around you fade away. You forget the hustle of Draconian around you, moving closer to her. You have no idea how glad I am to hear that, Tolo. You're my savior. I mean, you saved me before I'm the return the favor. Tristan fingers grip yours ever so substantially, then release as Mother joins you. What will you do that now that you're no longer a disgraced royal? That's your entire brand. Legally, you may be as free as the rest of us, but those of us who knew Julie will be haunted by her ghost for years to come. You turn to see Nadia standing just behind you. Her icy demeanor has melted away, leaving a vulnerable sheen to her eyes. You lost your case. Walk away with dignity and keep your threats to the courtroom floor. Susan hand comes to rest on your shoulder. Let's not bad, however. Juliana and Nadia were very close. We have that in common. I know how deeply Juliana cared for you, but in the past 8 years, seeing the way you've been gallivanting across the globe, it's easy to forget that you ever felt the same for her. I can hardly blame you for having a bad opinion of me. Bass wasn't entirely wrong in his testimony. Juliana always was too good for him. So who hired you? So who hired you? Eloise George Jesco. She came to me with a letter and the recording, and she'd so certain. She seemed so certain, but I should have been wary of the new evidence from a concerned source. I wanted to believe that there were, as for her mother's sake, their glory still grieving anyone would want to believe there was an answer. Understand how they feel, honestly, and that's why I want to honor Juliana's legacy while I'm here. Nadia, if you're open to it, I want to bring Juliana's plans for the monarchy back to the courts, and we'll need the best legal mind on our side. I would be honored, Princess Tristan. I request Tristan's hand, nodding politely to you and Marguerite before returning to the courthouse. Why does that sound like it's staying for a while? We're not getting straight back home, are we? I plan on staying at least a few days, and it is my plan. That's true. My father can spare us a little while longer. You, Luke, and Ruby deserve a real vacation. I guess it would be nice to actually see Victoria now that we're here. Father. Marguerite phone buzzes. She glances at the name, then looks to you and Tristan apologetically. Let me guess. Fashion Didicos? Yep. Deacons. I'll see you back at the house, Tristan. Try not to get arrested again. Tristan nods and smiles slightly at you as Marguerite passes the phone to her ear, presses it onto her ear, and walks away. I'm finally a free woman to live with, and I know exactly how I want to celebrate. You arrive at the People's Garden after a short drive through Draco's. The driver hands you a picnic basket and remains in the car as you venture forth. Welcome to my favorite place in all of Dracovia. I'm gonna say Dracos from now on. I love Dracos. I love Dracos. I love the show version. The only part of it I truly miss when I'm away, if I'm being honest. You hold your hand out to you. She holds her hand out to you. You take it, lacing your fingers with hers as she leads you down the hill. It can't be the only part why a park so special. There's a certain magic to the landscape here and a beautiful chance for solitude. You never know what you might find. She points ahead of you to the shadowy tree line. You get just a bare glimpse of ivory. Hey, where's that? Oh yeah, that is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. You watch the graceful deer leap forward from the tree line, then bend its head and nibble on a leafy lunch. You're right, straight out of a old storybook. Tristan sets the picnic basket on at the foot of a tree and spreads its soft blanket beside its roots. She gestures for you to sit. So how is this for a proper date? I don't need all this. Just you, but it's romantic. It's romantic. I would consider romantic. This is just a video. We haven't even discussed our activities for today. I'll be playing something good. Time to shell out those royal perks. Tristan grins, producing a bottle of champagne from the basket. Along with 2 glasses, she pops the bottle, spilling bubbles onto the blanket as she fills your glass. Cheers, my dear. When she presses the drink into your hand, her touch lingers warmly, warming your skin. Then she turns, reaching into the tree's hollow trunk. Now that I've had a little liquid courage, I wonder if it's actually still here. What? No, not another secret recording, I hope. Tristan shows you a smile and pulls out a small wooden box. The most prized and secret possession of my 12-year-old self. You open the box and find a plethora of folded papers. You open one saying familiar handwriting arranged in earnest lines of tell me this is not what I think it is. Tell me stop poetry. Tristan, is this poetry? Yes! My childhood laid bare, yes. I couldn't trust it in the past, so I had to violate ironclad Jacobian or Jocko's environmental policy. A warm flush spreads through you as you look down at the pages in your hands. I was never one for writing poetry, but when I was a kid, there was a special place I used to escape to. Where was it? The attic of our apartment. It wasn't exactly a treehouse, but Dad helped me build this little fort and hook it up with lights. I used to call it in there and pretend they were stars, even arrange them in constellations. I'm sure there were stars in your eyes as well. I can see them now. Tristan lets her forehead fall gently against yours, then plants a soft kiss against your lips. The breeze caresses your skin as you lose yourself in the kiss. You breathe in the scent of her bask in the limitless of having her all to yourself. Thank God we won. Just a hand rests on your knee, her thumb grazing the soft skin just above it. She breaks from your lips, her kisses traveling down your throat. I never had a doubt, Delilah. Once you set your mind to a task, your mind can't think beyond Tristan and the sunlight of her touch pouring into you, filling you to the brim. I know I wouldn't want to spend it with you in your way, getting your way. You wouldn't, not even when you asked you to, when I asked you to. You had false back, sunlight lancing through your vision as Tristan's teeth just barely scrape your collarbone. Won't you ask me? Let's see which one of us can be more convincing. We finally have no risk of being interrupted. It may take me some time to break you, but that's how I like to spend it. Ah. Okay. 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 Let's heat things up. You push Tristan back against the plush blanket and lean over her lips. Her Your lips are about away from her. Where? From hers? No one can catch us. I can do whatever I want. Oh God, do I want you to? You brush your lips ever so gently against Tristan's ear, earning a grown-up, then glance at the picnic basket. Chocolates too? Only the best. You regard Tristan lying before you, her gaze heavily with one, and swirl the champagne in your glass. What's that mischief look in your eye for? What are you thinking? Oh, you don't know you don't want to know what I'm thinking. I'll take the chocolates, thank you. Nope, champagne. You pick up the champagne bottle, pop it open, then hand it to Tristan. Now, I know you brought these fancy glasses for us, but I'm not that interested in using them. Oh, don't. Crystal. Does Crystal not do it for you? I think I prefer my method. Yeah, I think I prefer my method. Yeah. We don't need the champagne. We don't need the champagne glasses. You part your lips and Tristan follows your lead, pouring a splash of champagne before leaning in for a kiss. The bubble pop on your tongue, pulling the gas from your lungs as the kiss deepens. Tristan's hands slide under the hem of your clothes, pulling it an inch by inch away from you. Fevered skin. Tristan leans back to admire your newly exposed body. You see a drop of champagne glistening on her bottom lip. You reach out and wipe it away with your thumb. I use my tongue either way, but okay. You got a little something there. Tristan digs your hand in hers, cradling it to her cheek as she tips the bottle over her chest. Your chest. No matter I haven't quite had my fill of you yet. I think ditto. You push your shoulders forward. Forming two shadows cups around your collarbones. She splashes the swirling liquid onto your body. Somehow, the salt on your skin only enhances the taste. This is truth. The thrill runs through you as Tristan tongue laps it from your skin. You pull at her shirt, her waistband freeing inch after inch of skin. Beautiful. As Tristan's mouth travels along your body, warming your skin with every flutter of her lip. Her hand wanders up the inside of your arm, across your chest, along your collarbone. I'm not done with you yet, my sweet. You you shift to shuttle Tristan's hip as she leans back, bracing herself against the picnic basket beneath you both. You spread your hand over the curves of Tristan's chest, trickling your touch along her ribs and divert to of her divert delve divot of her belly button. Tristan head rolls back, her breath coming faster and sweat beams on her skin. The way you touch me, Tolo, it gives me goosebumps. It wouldn't be the first time I heard that. And the good kind, I hope. And I'm not talking about in this book. Or any book in this intro. Your touch ventures over drawing each corner and gasp from Tristan at an agonizing pace. The sunshine filters through the trees, warms your skin, while Tristan touch warms you from the inside. I want you to lie back. I'm not done with you yet. You push her back onto the picnic blanket and part her legs, placing soft kiss along her thigh up to her hip bone. What else will you ask of me? You trail her hands up her leg. You trail your hands up her leg, resting them on her knees. Her back arches in response to your touch, and you can't help but smirk. Oh, I don't know. For you to be patient, maybe? Don't tease me to live. Oh, but I love to have fun with you. I really do. But that's the whole point. Oh, okay. I hate to cut this short, but guys, for YouTube's sake, I'll cut it short. Sorry about that, guys. I'm a redeemed near convict now. That's we should roleplay that sometime, unless you have other requests. No questions yet. I'm just glad to have you back in my arms. You might have seemed tough today. Yes, you have a certain confidence that makes you so incredibly tantalizing. I didn't feel tantalizing if I'm being honest. Chosen, I was scared. Her hand paused on your back, the words hang in the air between you for a moment, and she pulled you close in a crushing embrace. You have nothing to fear. We won. It's a beautiful day. Chosen traced the dappled sunlit shining through the leaves and dancing on your skin. You should know this kind of warmth. You should know this kind of warmth is rather rare in this country. It is. Then I'm glad we were able to celebrate it appropriately. Exactly. My sentiments as well. You just amazed about in the privacy of her riverside grove, lingering until the coming dark finally forces you back to the uneasy shelter of her family estate palace. You guys know. You will freeze as a knock pounds on the door. Tristan's eyes widen, heat rising to her cheeks. To your cheeks. Just a moment. Did someone see me come in here last night? I swear. If it's another knife fight, if it's another sunrise knife fight, the knock comes again more intense until this time Tristan throws her clothes on you, pelting you in the face with a sock. It probably isn't, but you can never be too safe. Hide. You drop to the floor and stumble under the bed, dragging your clothes with you. The door opens just as you pull your bare foot beneath the ruffled bed skirt. A pair of feet in shiny buckled shoes enter the room. Oh, okay. Well, assistant. The Queen has requested an audience with you in her parlor in 10 minutes. Steady on, Stephanie. Did I say you could enter? What happened to a notion of privacy in this palace? To the notion of privacy in this palace. Your father and siblings will be present. I will advise against tardiness. Can I wait it, bro? Come on. The shoes retreat. The bedroom door softly clicked shut. A month later, could the wait till she was just? No. You roll out from under the bed and dust yourself off. I had a lovely time making friends with your army of dust bunnies. They are sweet. They are sweet, aren't they? I get the feeling my room was shut up and deemed unmentionable while I was gone. She climbs out of bed and starts to dress. If my mother wants to see me, she has an agenda, and my father never wants to see her and you seeing my siblings. Yes. There's only one I like of the ones I met. What are you so worried about? You're free of them, right? We won. I'm not so sure, but I want you to be by my side when we find out. So far. Tristan reaches over, grasping your hand, the worry in her eyes send a jolt of determination down your spine. If you say you want me by your side, Tristan, I will not hesitate. The answer is yes. You really gonna make me meet your entire family at once? Not all of them. Patrick's off filming himself doing something stupid in a radioactive landscape for clicks or views or something. Mm, 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 mm. I'm good with moms. The shining blind confidence you New Yorkers wield. It's inspiring if misguided. Okay. You dress and follow Justin to an ornate, tastefully decorated room at the back of the palace. The queen sits in prime position, even even in the presence of her own family. The king stands just behind her, smiling as you enter. King Maxim Sim. Tristan, you actually on time. I told your mother you could pull it off. Hello, father. As the king embraces his daughter, you hang back, surveying the family assembled around the queen. The cliches are ready forming. 1, 2, 3. Is every member of the family here? That makes 2. So this is Vasily, Sebastian. Can we get this family reunion over with? So Sebastian, Vasily, flashback. How often do we all get to see each other like this? Lydia, that's 3. And outside of a courtroom is Noble. Asher, that's 4. As Asher leans on the arm of a sofa, testing and and a perfectly large diamond chime dangles from the back of her phone. Asher, that's 4. Yeah, no, I am so psyched to be here and not a bunch and not at brunch in Barcelona with the girlies. That's 4 so far. As they pick up Madrid lounges, that's 5. Madrid lounge on the large sofa. She pats the spot beside her and a new face. Tell her sit with me. Of course. You hurry to take the seat, and an older woman gives you a wide smile. I'm guessing that's one of Julie's mothers. Good choice, detective. Best to steal clear. Agreed. This is more thorn than I bargained for. I never felt more lower class. Here's more thorn than I bargained for. That can be a rather at 5 so far animated every other animated group. Can't they? I've never been. So let me make a proper introduction. This is my mother, Duchess Evelyn Genevoix. Oh, Jonovac. Pleasure to meet you, Your Excellency. Your Grace, if you want to be faster, about it. But Evelyn is fine. Well, Eveline is fine amongst friends. Yeah, you consider it fun. Okay. Wow. Who's I heard her, Mika. So that's 6. But we're not amongst friends, are we? This is family business. Tristan's little wannabe lawyer shouldn't be here. You might want to check with Tristan. You glance at the twins, their bodies angled particularly towards each other as they regard you. So is much closer to family than any of you, Audrey. Notwithstanding, neither of them has ever tried to imprison me. Yes, guess what? That's 7. Are you still on that? You have to let this sort of thing go, Tristan. It happened yesterday. Oh my God, who even cares? Let's just get this over with. Some of us would like to use our day for something actually interesting. Like what? A bazillion? Please, you know very well I had all the not cute hairs laid permanently off my body as soon as I turned 16. Simmer down, children. The Queen and I have one announcement to make, and then you can all return to your squabbles. Yes, Father, we're listening. Given the outcome of yesterday's trial, we have decided to reinstate Tristan as heir of the Draconian of Draco's throne. You can't be serious. What's the catch? After how you treated her, for real. The entire throne clan turns to look at you. Don't mistake our tolerance for your presence here as permission to speak New York. Oh, shut up, Lydia. Or do I so it's so fun to watch Lydia drag people out by their big tail. And Mika, you need to shut up as well. I've seen the effect exile has on your daughter. You have a lot to attune for before asking her for any favors. Your concern is not a detective, but ultimately the changes nothing. Justin has a duty to the crown. Duty shield is for everything Juliana fought for. That talk of Juliana again. Do you know what she was trying to do? She wanted to pass a law that would recognize all children of the king and queen as legitimate. If it passes, it would put me, Bass, and Vasily in line for the throne. Bass has long been campaigning for Vasily. You look up to see Vasily put a calming hand on Sebastian's shoulder. Come now, Bass. We will find a way to make her vision a reality for future generations, if not for us. Chin up, children. Your parents all love you equally, etc. But Tristan, etc. But Tristan has trained for this her entire life. Now that Tristan has been absolved of guilt, she will resume her duties and she will perform them with the decorum expected of a Draco's hair. Yes, mother. Preparations will begin now. The rest of you will leave us. Now, wait just a minute. Shh. Tell you what, not now. She puts a hand on your back, steering you to the exit. You look back to see Tristan's face just as the door closes behind you. Let me show you where you'll be staying. The guest wing is very comfortable. Are you kidding? You can't just dump me on some plush mattress from the 1300s and tell me to relax. I need to go back in there and support her. This might be way out of my jurisdiction, but she should have someone on her side she trusts. Other than Madrid, perhaps, but Tristan can handle her mother. She did it for years before she met you, remember? Just stay closer now. Then when Tristan walks out of that door, she's going to need you. Yes, it's all about Tristan needs, isn't it? Ugh. Across the hall, Sebastian's his weathering glare on you. Bass, it was never going to be you anyway. You're like, what, fifth in line? Why get all worked up? Because Tristan has spent her entire life piling her responsibilities onto us, and Vasily will never see an iota of recognition, nor will I. Bass, please, you need to calm down. This isn't. This is. This is your fault for defending her. You should have stayed in New York now. Nobody wants you here. Tristan doesn't want this any more than you do. Are you sure about that? Tell no, and more to the point, does what she want even matter? First of all, yes, it does matter, and second of all, I don't give a damn what you say. I don't take orders from you. I don't listen to what you say at all. Basically, words linger with you long after my day has dragged you away. Just great, just great. It isn't until just after the palace's numerous grandfather called, 7 p.m. that Tristan finds you curled up in a chair in the library, a book in your lap, and Amber at your feet. Hey! Amber! Hello, gorgeous. I've heard you moved in. Are you talking to me or? I am. Of course. Using gorgeous is in the collective. Yeah, that's true. Just throws herself onto a fleeting couch. Her eyelids are heavy with exhaustion. Long day. My parents were not joking when they said effective immediately. I met with no fewer than 5 foreign dignitaries today. Oh, 5. At least it's in the single digits, not the double digits. I also sat through 2 lectures. Oh, there it is, and one very long one in order to prove I still know how to behave at the table and knighted a snake. Wait, what? I got raped by a snake? As an American commoner, I'm afraid most things in this country around you, the chair you're sitting on might even be a noble in comparison. Wow. An animate object. Oh, but that's disrespectful. It does look fondly father old, but what is the snake? A national hero? Don't take the snake thing personally. It did rescue its owner, a merciless from a wolf from the wolf that got onto her property. Okay, but I saved a Draconian princess from a serial killer. An excellent point. The realm owes you a tap on the shoulder with a sword. I'll give it. I'll get to it after the hundreds of other things on my plate. Well, it won't be like this for long. We're heading home soon, right? Tristan has with the hesitation, I'm gonna say no. Tristan hesitates, her fingers curling around you, her hand with slow intention. She takes a deep breath. I was hoping that you might stay. Stay? Why tell me Stay, don't tell me you actually want the throne after everything. Tell her I don't know. I need time to get my head around what happened today. What there is to get around. You have to tell me them no. You have to tell them no. Tristan releases your hand, eyes flashing with surprise and hurt. Add an obscure tone. I'll tell them my answer once I've thought it through. You think my tone is the problem? You hate your family. They're terrible to you. My royal family, they're not as easy to dismiss as they seem to think they are. You think they are. Haven't they been making you miserable your entire life? They just dragged you through a murder trial and oh my bad, a M trial and didn't care if you lost. Tristan sets up a frostiness setting over her features. Suddenly, it's not her, your partner. It's not your partner before you, but the crown princess. Damn. I need time to consider. I'm finished with this conversation. Well, I'm not. You leap to your feet, her panting as Tristan slides from the room. Ember skitters after you, tail dragging behind her in confusion. I'm not your subject. You can't order me around. I wasn't ordering you. I was asking. If it was me, I would give her space. Oh yeah, I didn't stand. It didn't sound like a question to you crash into Tristan's back as she stands frozen in the open doorway of her suite. The sound of copper hits you before you can look past her. Oh no. What? 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 Get back. What was it? Oh. You forced yourself to look. Your eyes follow each other's splattered blood the that stains the otherwise pristine floorboards of Justin's follow. Oh my. Is that not? No, not. No, no. Not Naja Zork. No. Oh god. And leads to a woman crumbled corpse. A woman's crumbled corpse. Her eyes are closed as if in a sleep, but her neck is slashed and bloody. Her once white skin now splotched a dark crimson. Not just dead. Yeah. Oh, poor Dodger. Poor Dodger. First, no, no. Okay, first Dodger. Then Bethany. No, not that. Oh. 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 No. No. Oh, no, 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 no. Poor Naja. Well, guys, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you never miss an upload. And I'll catch you guys in the next chapter. Till next time. and share my channel. Till next time, champ out. Peace. No, poor Dodger.